Welcome to a brief video on the pronation and supination of the forearm, a production of 3 Treasures Studios. For more information, visit www.3d-yoga.com. One of the great things about being human is we have opposable thumbs. Our thumbs oppose our hands and allow us to grab things. These thumbs are an essential part of our daily lives. The capability of our thumbs and hands are greatly enhanced by the fact that the forearm can rotate. We call the rotation of the forearm either pronation or supination. There are other animals, such as apes and chimps, with a similar forearm structure, yet they do not have the range of pronation and supination available to humans. In the evolution of humanity, the anatomical design of the forearm has greatly contributed to the development of our being. The anatomically neutral position is with the arms, legs, and back straight with the palms facing forward. The movements of pronation and supination relate to the sagittal or medial of the anatomical planes. The medial plane divides the body in half. Movements toward this plane are considered medial, while movements away from this plane are considered lateral. Pronation of the forearm is medial rotation of the forearm toward the center. Supination of the forearm is lateral rotation of the forearm away from the center. Pronation and supination of the forearm are distinct from but are often in coordination with shoulder rotation. To clarify the differences, we will look at both in detail. Shoulder rotation articulates at the shoulder joint and is confined to the movement of the humerus. Pronation and supination occur at the elbow, with articulation of the elbow and wrist joints. Let's take a look at shoulder rotation from a skeletal view. Note the rotation of the humerus in the shoulder joint. Now we see pronation and supination from a skeletal view. Note the articulations of the radius and ulna superiorly with the humerus and those same bones articulating inferiorly with the carpals of the wrist. The bones include the humerus, the radius, the ulna, the proximal carpals, and the distal carpals. The joints of note include the humeroradial joint, the humeroulnar joint, the proximal radial ulnar articulation, and the distal radial ulnar articulation. The radius articulates with the thumb side of the hand and is so named because it is said to rotate around the ulna. The ends of the humerus, radius, ulna, and carpals are all coated in a layer of cartilage for protecting the bones and for smooth movement. Here is a view of these same movements from behind. The ulna articulates with the pinky side of the hand inferiorly. Superiorly, its prominence is the defining feature of the elbow. Let's take a brief look at the basic muscles involved in pronation and supination. The muscles involved in pronating the forearm are the pronator teres and the pronator quadratus. The muscles that supinate the forearm are the biceps brachii and the supinator muscles. The brachioradialis serves to bring the forearm back to neutral from either pronation or supination. The pronators medially rotate the forearm. The supinators laterally rotate the forearm. Our ability to use these muscles in just this way is critical to our development. Other primates have these muscles but must use them differently and are not able to rotate the forearm in the way that we do. The key to our movement is in the shape of the bones. The ulna and radius each have a curvature that allows the radius to rotate around the ulna. To apply these ideas to our daily lives, we will take a brief look at the yoga asana called Adho Mukha Svanasana, or downward facing dog. While in down dog, we wouldn't actually rotate our forearm in this way. Yet getting the alignment for down dog, we are using a combination of shoulder rotation and forearm pronation. Once the correct position is found, we can use this semi-inversion to strengthen the muscles, stimulate the cartilage and bones of the shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Down dog is a fantastic opportunity to strengthen and stimulate a feature of humanity that is essential to our daily lives and our incarnation as human beings.